Everybody get on the right shit, looking for attention. Entrepreneurship. Do your own thing.
It's at the end of it.
Entrepreneurship. I'm coming very strong and bold. Let me tell you before you get told.
You got
See, I run my own thing like I won the championship ring.
period. So I say to all my misses, I'm looking fly, I rock my business.
Okay.
Now my friends be dialing, calling, while I'm having fun and balling.
Everybody get on the right shit, looking for attention. Entrepreneurship. Flip, do your own thing. Hey, entrepreneurship. Everybody get on the right shit, looking for attention. Entrepreneurship. Flip, do your own thing. Hey, entrepreneurship.
Can you guys hear me through the mouse, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good morning, Milwaukee, and welcome to the Hustle and Grow Show, powered by the Center for Teaching Entrepreneurship. Today's show should be fun, so let's jump right into it. So, first things first, we're going to be talking about Hate Crime Prevention Month and what we should be doing about it.
Firstly, oh yeah.
Yeah,
Does
I
anyone?
just wanted to give some context.
Oh yeah, fair.
Yeah. So every year across the United States, thousands of people are targeted, because of their like race, religion, disability, origin, etc. And 2023 was actually surprisingly had the highest number of documented hate crimes. Can anyone guess why that is?
What was it? The attack on the Capitol?
Yeah,
That
was 2023.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait, you said 2020?
2023.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know why either, but it's just, a coincidence. So there are at least 11,862 bias motivated crimes reported to the police, but there's of course more than that because, when people like are attacked and stuff, most people like don't report it. And so the U.S. Department of Justice also estimates that 250,000 people a year are victims of hate crime. And so that's why the center called the Southern Poverty Law Center designated October as Hate Crime Awareness Month.
And what's like hate crime described as? Like, how do you define it? Do you know?
I guess in my own words, I guess when somebody targets, another person simply because of, something that I guess part of their identity, like whether it's like race or gender or any of that.
Yeah, I agree.
I was gonna say that. Okay, and I guess I'll give my input. Right here, I have some crime statistics from 2023, or I think it's from, it is from 2023.
Mm-hmm.
So according to this, 11,447 single bias incidents involved 13,857 victims, while there were 415 multiple bias incidents that included 559 victims. And according to this, 52.5% of those hate crimes involved race or ethnicity, 22.5% involved religion, 18.4% involved sexual orientation, 4.1% involved gender identity, 1.6% involved disability or disabled people, and 0.9% involved gender. And it seems that the reported hate crimes are consistently in the thousands, or not just thousands, but tens of thousands of people.
Like the state that is most common in?
I do not know the state's most common in.
Let's check.
Well, firstly, what's everyone's costume.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
we're here in our costume since it's the last weekend of October. So what's everyone's costume while we're checking the statistics?
I'm a cat.
Uh.
I have the answer, but everybody tell me your costume.
I am I'm obviously dressed up as a Bamileke member because that's my cultural heritage. I made this outfit myself, so I decided that I would wear it. I got the kufi, the necklace, and then the authentic fabric on my shirt and on my legs.
Very well done.
So I'm supposed to be like someone from the Purge. Like I have a mask, and I don't even know who wore this mask in the Purge, but I think
put it all on your face.
I don't want to like.
No, it's
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
No, it's okay,
You're fine.
because then I'll be muffled and stuff. So.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
okay.
It's kind of obvious, but I'm
You
supposed to
gotta
be Jack.
take yours off because they can't hear you.
Oh, okay. This is kind of obvious, but I'm supposed to be Jack Skellington for the night before Christmas. Also have like a Christmas outfit underneath. So, yeah.
Wait, did he wear a Christmas outfit in the
Yes.
movie?
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
You did.
Yeah, he dressed up as Santa Claus.
Christmas
Yeah.
outfit on Halloween is kind of crazy.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Is it a Christmas or Halloween movie?
We're doing this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like literally.
Uh,
Yeah,
That's the
I was-
question. That's the question
I
that
was-
pops up every single year. Is it a Christmas or a Halloween?
Yeah,
movie?
that's
I
why,
always
like,
say-
that was
Let's just say
the
it's both
goal.
can be done.
Yeah, that was the goal of
It's an
my
Easter
costume
film.
because, like, people debate whether it's Christmas or Halloween. So I wanted to, like, capture both of that, you know?
I'm dressed up as an anime character from Jujutsu Kaisen, Yuta Kotsu.
I thought you were a chef or something.
A chef.
Yeah.
No.
That's cool. That's
Well, yeah.
cool.
But I got the
Is it
the
real?
case. Well, no, there's not an actual sword here, but I have a 3-section staff, and because I don't have a sword yet, so
That's cool. It's okay, but did you find the
Do you want to go or no?
Come on, pull the mic up to you.
I don't really have on the costume, but I just got on the headband.
Okay. In 2021, 698 hate crimes were reported in the state of Washington, the most out of any state. I think that year had a lower hate crime rate because it was only 648. But yeah, that is according to
only
statistics.
602?
698. But it says like Washington was the most, and then the runners-up were Texas, Ohio, Massachusetts, and Michigan.
okay. So a few in like the Midwest, which the heck? So many in the Midwest, where typically most of the cities are predominantly white, which makes sense.
Yeah, most likely.
Um,
I'm so stuck on the fact that you said only. I'm like, isn't that a lot?
Okay, I was only saying only because he was just talking about like tens of thousands.
Or like
So I was
compared to-
expecting like tens of thousands in one state, if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
But like, yeah, because all this stuff adds up. Like all of these have like so many.
Mhm.
But then I would think it would be like a big difference because the Washington and Texas only have a difference of like 50.
Okay. Can I speak? Okay, so I'm looking at like a motive or bias motivation chart. Like it gives like different like I guess reasons why people would commit these hate crimes. And the top are like race, ethnicity, ancestry, religion, and sexual orientation. But that doesn't mean like those are the only people. Like there's also disability, gender and gender identity. And I've seen like a lot of cases in the past few years for gender identity, just because it's not like an as in society, it's not an as like supported thing, but I feel like it should be. Like I feel like you should never hate somebody so much to the point where you gotta commit a hate crime against them. Like no matter what they are, like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that heavily. I would say yes, I agree with that heavily. It's strange to me how somebody could commit a crime against somebody simply based off of their gender or ethnicity or their race. It makes zero sense to me. But obviously, you know, everyone in this room knows about hate and discrimination, especially against our own people, and everybody listening to this should know about that. But it's disappointing to me, and it's honestly kind of aggravating that's still happening to us, especially since the numbers on race and ethnicity are over 50%. and that's completely unacceptable in that context. But I was looking at a site from the SL, or what's it called, the SPLC, and they said the top 10 ways to try to prevent or stop hate crimes are to first act on it, take actual action in your own communities, or go to your local government, try to get something passed. You should join forces with people around you in your own neighborhood. You should also speak to and support victims of hate crime so that they can get their stories out, because we only know about the recorded incidents. Nobody knows about the unrecorded events.
Yeah.
Right.
The fourth one is to speak up, which sort of goes in line with the third one. The fifth one is to educate yourself on hate crime, why it happens, who does it, where it happens the most. Sixth is to create an alternative way to stop hate crime. So get an alternative path for people that don't want to talk about it, or a different outlet. Seventh is to pressure our local leaders and our local government to actually do something about hate crimes, because I'm pretty sure the anti-lynching law was recently just passed. It was either
Why was that?
It was-
2021.
Why is
It's
that even
2021.
allowed in the first place?
Yeah, they only really did something about it because George Floyd. So that whole like George Floyd movement led them to end up banning
Yeah.
that law, or putting that law into place. But it definitely should not took that long.
Yeah.
the eighth reason, or the eighth is to stay engaged is to obviously stay engaged into this movement and stay engaged with your local neighborhood and your local government. The ninth is to teach acceptance to those that don't know it or don't want to acknowledge acceptance. The 10th is to dig deeper into this, because this is a virus that not just invades people, it invades our country. And if we have a country based off of hate with each other, we're not a productive country.
Okay, guys, do you guys want to talk about like how we can prevent
Yeah.
hate crimes? Okay. I was looking at this website and it says only 19 states have laws requiring that officers be trained to identify and investigate hate crimes. So, out of what, 50 states, only 19 of them
Are
have
we
to
one of them?
investigate. Honestly, let's see. I don't know.
Yeah, that is a good question.
But-
If Wisconsin is.
Like, it would significantly like lessen the probability of a hate crime happening if they had to be trained for longer, or trained in general.
And it's sad, seeing how like a lot of police officers commit hate crimes themselves.
Yeah.
So, like if a police officer is committing a hate crime, who, is going to protect them?
Right.
Because like the person who you're like should, be protecting you the most is the one doing it. So,
Yeah.
I think definitely police officers should be trained on that.
Yeah, that should be like a federal law that every police officer should be trained on that, and that would like significantly help the cause. But also, like, I don't know, everybody educating themselves on their rights and how to like behave, like when what? Oh, my bad. Okay, go ahead. But like, yeah, if you feel like you're being like, I don't know, discriminated against by a police officer, record it. I don't know, like.
Obviously, in situations of police officers, record it, but do not act unruly towards police officers, because they can put charges against you that you didn't commit, or they can just throw you in jail for stuff like that. Because
but also, the police officers,
yeah, you should respect the
act.
police officers, obviously. But on that note, we're going to move on to the next topic. And I personally, I really like this topic, and I think I have a really good entrepreneur. But everyone sitting at this table, who would you want to be an apprentice for, and why? I'll try to start with you, Summer.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going this way.
You thought we were
since you
starting
brought
with
it.
me?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead. I would want to be an apprentice under Steve Harvey for a number of reasons. One, what was that chuckle?
No, I wasn't chuckling. I'm
No,
just saying.
I heard I heard that. No, it's all right. It's all right. The reason I want to be an apprentice under Steve Harvey is because he but he is a very knowledgeable person all around. But he has made this empire around entertainment. You think Family Feud, you think Steve Harvey. You think, well, obviously you think you see Family Feud, you think Steve Harvey immediately. You think, yeah, he has his own radio show. the Steve Harvey Morning Show. I listen to that almost every day when I'm on the commute to school. He originally got his fame or his boost of fame when he won a comedy championship on the which comedy club was it? It was he won a national comedy competition in 1990 at Showtime on the Apollo. And for a brief period of time in my life, I was interested in comedy, but I'm also interested in show business, media, and acting. He seems like a knowledgeable person on that. Plus, his net worth is around 200 million.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
And he's very fashionable. Like he can put suits together with anything. There was a video by him where I forgot how many suit combinations it was, but he said if you have at least 7 different shirts, if you have 7 shirts, 7 pants, or 7 different suit tops, you can make a bunch of different suit combinations out of those different colored shirts. I have to look at the numbers on that. But the fact that he can, if he could teach me how to dress fashionably and appropriately and professionally in any environment, I think it would be pretty nice to learn from Steve Harvey.
I chose Rihanna because I love her music, but also because she's one of the richest Black women alive as a businesswoman, and her whole brand is very successful. Like she started off as a singer, well, she still is a singer, but she's branched off into like beauty, and I think for her to be like really diverse, like you can do business, and then you can like. She's also very inclusive, and I think I talked about this one of the other times we're doing this show. But she's very inclusive with her brand. Like I feel like no one's ever like she's never really offended anybody or like caused any harm in the community. So I really appreciate that. And also I think she'll be really like I don't know, a good role model. Like I think I've never seen her like act unprofessional. Like I think she's a very professional person and she's very intelligent. So I think she could teach me a lot about business and stuff.
Okay, so I chose Tyra Banks, and I wouldn't say she's like my all-time favorite entrepreneur, but I feel like I think she has like an interesting life and job, so it'd be cool to like learn from her. And I don't know, it'd be fun. And then I'm pretty sure everybody knows who she is, but if you don't, she's an actress, producer, writer, and TV personality, and she had her own talk show and created and hosted America's Next Top Model. And she also closed the Victoria's Secret fashion show this year, so I think that was pretty iconic. But yeah.
So the entrepreneur I'd like to apprentice under is my mother, Kelly Felder. So she runs Brothers Infrastructure Group, a civil engineering and construction management firm that specializes in infrastructure work. And they also train in green infrastructure, and they help people get into trades, and they give people free certifications. It's a nonprofit organization. And like when I'm there, it's really fun to be there. Like people can lay concrete, they can actually like help the community by building different buildings. So I don't know. I'd just like to help with that more.
Very admirable.
Well, it's time to pay some bills. We'll be right back. Growth Show powered by the Center for Teaching Entrepreneurship. We are going to continue talking about who we will want to be an apprentice for and why. For me, I said A-Dub Productions, Alan Wade, because he has his own clothing line. And not only does he sell clothes, but he also sells like machinery products for like sewing machines, embroidery machines, and stuff like that. And for like his machine Racoma, he does like presentations for them and stuff. And he also does like podcasts for like topics and issues like that's relevant to the urban community. And he's also a successful YouTuber.
I'll have to look him up because that's pretty cool. He's helping other people get into the industry and also selling clothes. That's pretty dope.
All right. Do any of you guys know Holy Redeemer, the church? All right. So the pastor there, Valerie Daniels Carter, she became pastor after her brother passed away. So she's the owner of V&J Holdings. And her company is like sort of an investment, platform. Like it invests in different restaurants and stuff. And it started as just one Burger King in 1982, and it grew into the nation's largest Black-owned mega franchise. And it owns currently 68 Pizza Huts in 4 states, 5 Haagen-Dazs, 5 coffee stores. And if any of you know what Auntie Annie's soft pretzel store is, she owns 8 out of 21 locations. She also is a board member for the Green Bay Packers, and she owns part of the Bucks. So I thought that was really interesting.
Sounds like success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you said that this came from the Holy Redeemer Church?
Yeah, she preaches there.
It's different. It's her own.
Nice. I didn't exactly know about that. What you say her name is again?
Valerie Daniels Carter.
Valerie Daniels Carter. Okay.
I have kind of a crazy story about Auntie Anne's, or is it Auntie Anne or Auntie Annie's?
That's a story for another time because that would take
Auntie Anne's.
okay, listen, that would take the entire hour. We don't have time for that. It's Auntie Anne's, not
Auntie
Auntie
Anne's.
Annie's, not Annie's.
No, oh yeah, it's Annie's.
But so I guess we can talk about the political race.
Oh boy, do I have an opinion on this? Well, first off, did everybody see Trump working at that McDonald's?
Oh my God. Yeah. I know why he did it too.
After he was working at McDonald's, I'm not gonna say nothing, but that E. coli,
Oh,
Yeah.
the
Oh my
quarter
God,
pounders got E. coli.
Yeah, the quarter.
In Wisconsin,
they got removed off the menu. No, I don't. Well,
Yeah, somebody died from it.
yeah, no, 19. No, 4 people died.
4?
Yeah,
Wow.
It was updated. It was 1, and then it was like 4 or 5 the next day.
Wait. Was this in Wisconsin?
Yeah, it was in Wisconsin, Washington. It was kind of scattered, but it was mainly saturated in the middle, like mid-south and mid-north.
Yeah, like last week Tuesday? Yeah, I had a double quarter pounder.
I mean, if you don't eat the quarter pounder, you're fine.
No, I just tried the chicken Big Mac. but it was
Oh,
Yeah,
was it
we
good?
had McDonald's twice last week, and my sister had the quarter pounder. So
Uh-oh.
yeah.
I mean,
Mickey D's ain't how it used to be. That's all I gotta say. Jeez.
maybe it was always nasty. We just
Nah.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
don't know. I never liked
For-
Just
McDonald's.
a coincidence.
for the political race, does anybody have strong opinions on either candidate? Like what's your bias? I
No.
suppose.
I would say I'm not the type to be like, this person's bad for this reason or this person's
Yeah.
bad for this reason. I'm the type to look at the positives of what they could do for us. And I think that that should be the mindset you should have anyway, because thinking about the bad, anybody could mess up in presidency. Anybody who's president can mess up later on in the presidency. And I feel like you shouldn't really you should focus on what they're trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
And I mean, I can't say I hate either candidate. I just have I just feel like one is better as president, who will get the job done. I just have I don't know. I wouldn't say I have a bias though, and I'm not gonna say who because
Yeah.
You need to say. I was about to ask you who. This is the time and the place.
Just say
God.
Are you 18?
Yes.
Are you voting?
Yes.
Okay, period.
And she was-
Someone didn't vote yet. He's on my right.
That's crazy.
Uh,
You're not even 18. That's
Yeah. Well, do you guys have any opinions, even though you're not 18?
Not much. I mean, I know why he was working at McDonald's though, but
Wait, why? Enlighten me.
so Kamala Harris like mentioned how when she was younger she had a summer
Oh,
job
yeah,
at
that is true.
McDonald's. Yeah, and so I guess he wanted to put himself in her shoes.
Okay.
So
he
walked into it.
First of all, it was closed. Like the McDonald's had no customers.
No,
We need more mics over here.
yeah,
We're
this
all-
is
we're
the
all-
okay. The reason he did that was because like from what I read, he closed down the entire McDonald's except for the drive-through, so people would have to get served by him. And so the claim was that Kamala Harris really didn't work at McDonald's when she was a teenager, and she lied about that. So Trump was like, "I'm gonna one-up her," and then worked at the drive-through counter and was making the burgers and was making the fries. I'll say this, even though I'm not voting for Trump, he did flip them fries pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Fries in the bag.
Listen. Put the fries in the bag. Listen. From what I saw him do, he made the food much better than any McDonald's employee I've ever seen. I'll just say that.
Okay, I'm gonna say like, and this doesn't account for like whether or not I like him or not. Okay, but I'm gonna say like, you know, having like one day or working one shift does not make you understand like everybody who works a 9-to-5 job's life. Like you can't possibly understand that. And I think that, you know, it was kind of stupid to make it seem like just because he worked one shift, like, oh my God, he should get praised for it. No, like, it's stupid.
He's our savior.
Like he's literally the ex-president, and people already like they're gonna be like super nice. Like every person in the drive-thru was just like it was like more seen as like them as an opportunity to meet him
Right.
rather than them going to McDonald's and ordering food. And then he went to like a nice location in a nice area. You need to come to Milwaukee and go to the one on Capitol or something.
He ain't going there.
And I've
the
seen
people on Capitol don't want to be on Capitol.
And I've seen a lot of celebrities do this thing, like do this to try to like make it seem like they understand like where lower income people are coming from.
I understand
No.
your struggle.
Like it's just I don't know. It doesn't make anyone view you any differently. It just like gives people more opportunity to meet you and take pictures of you.
Yeah.
So
It was really it was just a publicity stunt. He got his pictures because I guarantee you he's not consistently working there. Like if he okay, let's say this. If he was consistently working there, would that change your perspective of how he
No.
views like the 9-to-5 job?
no.
Because he's a billionaire. Like he's a billionaire, so he doesn't need to work for money. Like
Right.
I'm talking about at a McDonald's. Like you don't need to work at McDonald's. Like the difference between him and Kamala Harris was that she was a teenager, so it was different because like I'm not saying she was like dirt poor and she was working just to survive. I'm saying like I don't know, she had more of a reason to work than Donald Trump does. Like he's just doing it for fun and for entertainment and for a stunt. It's not like a real job.
Like when you see a rich person do something like that, it's not like it's always going to be in the back of your mind that they're rich and they don't need to do this. So I feel like it's giving more like of a mockery than like actually trying to, you know, like actually trying to feel for people who are lower income and can't afford what you can't afford. You know?
Well, that deadline to vote is closing down. I think he's trying to get as many votes as possible. So make sure to vote November 5th. That's super important. Voting is your power and it is your right. You should vote. But another thing about Donald Trump is this man is the number one president for attempted assassinations. For the number is 3,
Yeah.
but he is
I
the
feel like-
number one president for attempted
I feel like
assassinations.
that does go back to hate crime. I mean, I feel like a lot of people don't like him, but that should not have to result in literally attempted murder.
Yes,
you
like
know?
okay, I get that he's not the best guy, and you don't agree with his. I'm not saying that he's such a good guy. I don't agree with most of the stuff he says, but that gives people no right to carry a gun and try to assassinate him at a local event on national
And
television.
I don't understand why they do it. Like when they see like the security and stuff
Yeah.
around, like are they trying to do it like despite like I don't know, are they like just so desperate to kill him
Yeah,
that they do it despite the security and stuff around? Like that's just confusing.
Yeah.
But I feel like there kind of needs to be like more peace and everything, like when it comes to I guess these political elections, so that it doesn't turn into like a bigger issue than it already is.
Of course, yeah. Also, one more thing, because we're going to talk about their presidential policies in a little bit. Just because somebody has a different political view than you does not mean that they're your enemy. Okay? We're all Americans in this country, and we all deserve the equal right to vote. So just because someone's Republican, Democrat, or independent, it does not mean that they're against you, does not mean that they should die, or does not mean that immediately you have to distance somebody from you. Because I saw this one ad that it came up on my YouTube feed, and it was this lady asking random people on the street, "Hey, would you date somebody that's voting for Trump, or would you date a Republican?" And everybody was like, "No, I'm not going to date a Republican." And I'm like, "That's stupid." Like just because somebody has a different political view than you, that does not mean that you should automatically cut them out from dating somebody, or that you should cut them out from meeting somebody.
I disagree with you actually. Like, I would say it depends on how like I feel like I would never date like someone who's like a leftist, like a left liberal. Like I would never date someone that's like too far left, but I would also not date anybody that's a really hard conservative, because it just wouldn't like I would say I'm more in the middle. Like I have like different Republican views and I also have more liberal views. So I would consider myself like independent.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it just
definitely.
I wouldn't want to like, because typically like if you're too far on one side of the spectrum anyway, you're gonna be like more vocal and you're gonna care a lot more. I'm not someone that cares like too much, besides like when it's time to vote, obviously. But other than that, I don't really think about politics. It's not something that I think is important in everyday life,
Yeah.
except for when it's election time.
Yeah, I feel like I guess dating preferences versus like being discriminatory. Like, for example, going back to McDonald's thing, like refusing to serve someone because they're like Republican, like that's discrimination. Versus, I guess if you don't want to date, I guess someone who's like far right. I mean, I feel like that's not that big of a deal.
Yes, you're right. I'm gonna say something really quick. Just like to an extent, that's like true what you said. But I think that like if you're dating someone and you feel like your beliefs clash with each other and it's just like not working out in your relationship, that's one thing. But like if you just completely like just like, no, I'm not going to date any Republicans, I'm not going to date any Democrats, I feel like you should at least give them a chance instead of like just saying no right off the bat.
All of them are different. They're not all the same.
Right.
Like even though they're part of the same party, they can have a lot of different beliefs.
Also, back to what you said about how like politics don't affect your everyday life. I feel like, like I can agree to disagree. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like, that's like the everyday life that we live is literally like under the what am I trying to say? It's kind of just like everything that the presidency or the president does like affects all of us. Like I feel like even like you going home, like everything kind of like ties back to who's president and the laws and everything. Like everything, yeah. So like your everyday life is really based off of like,
That is true. Like mainly I meant like I don't think about like the candidate, because after that point they're already elected. So it's like I can't vote them out of office until 4 years from now.
Right.
And I'm like, if they're already doing something bad, I'm already like knowing. But yeah, I definitely like I know what you're saying. That's definitely I agree with that. Do you want to talk about policies now?
Sure.
Okay. Kamala Harris is. I was looking at her policies the most because she's who I'm gonna. Oh, I can't vote this year. But all of my family members are voting for her, I think. Her policies, like she's gonna ban price gouging for groceries and for like I think a couple of like different parts of the system. And she's gonna do tax cut for middle class families. She's gonna make rent more affordable. She's gonna give $6,000 tax credit to new parents. And I just think that she, like, her whole policy is like helping strengthen the middle class. And she says when the middle class is strong, America is strong. And I really do agree with that, because when you have like such a big gap between lower class and the middle class and then the 1%, it's really like hard for the middle class, because you're not poor enough to the like where you can get like the benefits from like welfare, like food stamps or any of that, but you're also not rich enough to like be able to live comfortably without it.
Oh yeah, that's what my mom mentioned.
Yeah.
Like it is like difficult to be middle class because like what you said, you don't get like, I guess, the best out of like, the two most extremes,
Yeah.
because they think that, since you're middle class, then, you don't need any more help. But,
Yeah.
when you're middle class, you also don't have as much as, rich people. So,
And also she's doing the down payment for the house assistance. So I think she gives you, I think, $20,000 for a new house for new home buyers. So it won't affect people that have had homes. But I think both of those, like the new child tax credit, it's like helping have families, because I think having a family, to a lot of people think having a family is really important to them, and sometimes they can't afford it, or they can't afford to have a new kid. So I think that'll help build families. And I also think the price gouging on the groceries, because that's a big thing. Like a lot of people are spending like $500, $600 a month on groceries, and that's like pretty expensive.
Well, it's time for us to do a taste test from Coco Mo Gourmet Hot Chocolate. Is he here? Oh, he's not here? It's not? Oh, my fault.
trick or treating.
Oh, trick-or-treating?
Well, hold on. I wanted to say this one thing because I don't know if anyone else heard it or not heard it, but talked about it. Because I was going to mention Trump's policies really quickly. But did you all see the clip where he said we should go back to 1798?
No.
No. Oh, seriously, dog. Trump on America's future. We have to go back to 1798. He said this for
What event was he like?
this was
Wait,
at
what's the
one of his,
context?
this was at one of his campaign rallies on October 21st.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to discussing trick or treating.
Oh, yeah.
So
Sure.
yeah, we're having a little like debate, like how old should you be, to go trick or treating, or like what age should you stop trick or treating? Fifth grade.
Never.
Eighth grade?
Never. If you
Eighth
if you
grade.
50 years old and you want to go trick or treat
Yeah,
with your
go ahead.
grandkids or your kids. Me personally, I would say like, no, genuinely, I really don't think there should be like a cap, but I also think, I don't know, when you get to a certain age, you kind of just don't
It
do it
gets to a
anymore.
point
Anyway.
like you.
Or like
You
I
shouldn't
would
be
say,
dressing up.
like trick or treating is one thing, but like dressing up for Halloween, like going
Right.
to like Halloween parties and events is not like weird. But I don't know, trick or treating when you're like 35, maybe don't do that. Maybe.
Okay. But like on the other side of that spectrum, what if like an 80-year-old lady walks up your steps, rings your doorbell, and pulls out a bag of
I'm gonna
candy,
give her
like-
some candy.
Exactly. So like there should be no age gap on. Okay, listen. I think okay, how about this? I think it all depends on presentation. If you're just some 35-year-old dude walking up to my door with just a t-shirt on and some pants on, I'm not giving you candy. But if you got a good costume on and you put some real effort into that, I feel like that deserves at least a Kit Kat or something.
I feel like that's the point where I would probably just like put candy in a bowl and just leave it on the porch for people to grab. Like I don't really care who gets the candy. Like,
Absolutely not.
like what do you mean absolutely not?
No, because they're gonna take the entire bowl.
Okay, that's the point. Like you're supposed to get rid of it.
No,
like you're
it's
not
gonna-
supposed to keep the
No, it's
candy.
gonna be one
It's supposed
person.
to be in
that
the-
Wait, no,
takes the
not
entire
one
bowl.
person who takes the entire bowl. Just
They're
people
gonna do that.
I don't think. How do you know that?
That is true. Because I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Ian does have a point. If you have a bowl out and you don't
Take
have like
one,
a camera,
please. You can't have,
no,
like-
they
Oh, you can like.
I'm gonna be honest, I've done that before. Like I've seen a little bowl.
All right, see, you're the person doing it. So,
I'm surprised nobody,
not too
like-
much on me.
but people, I feel like it's cool to go like trick or treating with your kids. Like maybe not alone as an adult, but like with your kids, it's not.
Yeah,
Like,
you look like a predator.
I mean, you
All
just
right.
like you got a big bowl of Snickers minis. That's like the best Halloween candy. I'm gonna take 3 or 4. I'm sorry, I'm taking 3.
Okay, some people are actually decent people and only take one, like the sign
What's one
says.
Snicker gonna do for me?
I take one when there's a bowl.
Listen,
Okay, there was.
You're not
Okay,
yourself
maybe-
when you don't have
maybe-
a Snickers.
Okay, maybe you should stand out there and stop being lazy and actually give out the candy.
Okay, you know what?
No,
Maybe
listen,
I'm going
candy
trick or treating
before
myself, and I
Okay,
can't be
listen,
home
listen, all
to
I'm
pass
saying
out the
is-
candy.
All I'm saying is, if you have a bowl on like a stool on your front porch and you have a sign that says "Take one," they're not taking
They're
one.
never gonna
There's
take
always
one.
going to be that one person that takes half the bowl or just takes the bowl.
You can like stand behind.
Yeah.
You can stand behind the door in a Michael Myers costume and just come
That
out
is what people
if they
do.
take more than one.
I've seen like a social experiment. It's this guy. He does like different kind of Halloween pranks, and sometimes he'll be like in a like I don't know. He'll be in like a scary like chair, and it's like pretending to be like a statue. And then they see you take more than one, and they start chasing you off their
Oh,
property.
that's such a good idea.
And I was like, I mean, if that happens to me, I wouldn't be that mad.
Now it's time for hot chocolate. So we're doing a taste test from Coco Mo Gourmet Hot Chocolate. Good morning, Mr. Maurice Sharp.
How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Okay. So yeah, right now I'm giving you guys like a little sample of Kokomo's Gourmet Hot Chocolate. It's a caffeinated hot chocolate that comes in a variety of flavors, like a lot of flavors. What you're getting right now is the cookies and cream, and what you just got a couple seconds ago was the white strawberry hot chocolate.
What got you into hot chocolate?
Honestly, it's just been something that I've drank forever. Like, I'm from Milwaukee. I've been here, I guess, now like 34 years. Like, I don't feel like it's been that long, but yeah. Always enjoyed hot chocolate. And when I was a kid, I used to always go to Chuck E. Cheese. I don't know if they still have the like multiple dispensers, because I know now they got the soda machine where it's like you just press a button.
Yeah.
But I used to go there, mix all the soda, try it out, make other people taste it, figure out what they liked, what I liked, and from there I just kind of always used to mess with whatever I was drinking. And at some point, started adding stuff to hot chocolate, and now I have at least like 15 different flavors of hot chocolate.
Man, I miss Chuck E. Cheese. I really do. We need to make a petition to make Chuck E. Cheese mainstream again. That's what I think. To bring it back.
Like, I mean, I got a lot of positive memories from that place.
Yeah. I also want to say when it comes to hot chocolate, I think mixing coffee and hot chocolate, I like that. That's a really good combination.
Yeah. Like it works out pretty good.
Yeah.
Which one do you think we should start with?
Probably the cookies and cream one. That might be the grayish
So the
looking.
grayer one, I got
Be careful, it is hot.
Yeah, so
Like blow on it a little bit, because I think I burned myself at least twice testing it.
all right. So
I don't drink hot coffee, so I'm an iced coffee girl, so I'm just gonna burn you.
I'm rolling my eyes just so y'all, we're listeners on the radio know.
3,
2, 1. Oh, that's actually really good. Hold on.
It is
I want
hot.
to chug this, but this is hot. So
Yeah, like be careful.
hold on, I want some more of this.
It's hard to taste it because it's so hot. Don't want to burn my tongue.
Really good.
Yeah.
I can't describe the taste. It's like really creamy though, and you can taste the cookie,
Hold on. How's it first?
and it has a really good aftertaste. And it's also like, I don't know, it doesn't taste caffeine.
Yeah, it's not like typical cookies and cream. Actually, like you can
Like,
feel and taste the cookie.
yes.
Everybody got a piece of candy?
Yeah.
I want to make sure everybody got a piece of candy. Dip your candy in your hot chocolate. Just see how it tastes. No, dip your candy in hot chocolate. See how it tastes.
See, I knew you were gonna
Okay.
say something like that.
Listen, I did not bring Halloween candy here for nothing.
I ate
Can we just
You
drink
trying
the
to make me diabetic?
No, just get in the spirit.
I ate my.
Y'all were supposed to dress up.
Okay, everybody rate the first
Get in the
one.
spirit.
I give it a 10 out of 10. I like it. I would drink this.
Yeah, it's really good. I like the texture of the cookie for sure.
Okay.
I would say
Got a couple different flavors when it comes to the cookie ones. Got cookies and cream, mint cookies and cream, and blonde cookies and cream, which is like vanilla cookies and cream.
I'm gonna say 7 out of 10, just because when I drank it, like I expected it to be a lot sweeter. I don't know. I like sweet hot chocolate.
You do?
Like, yeah.
See, I'm the opposite. I like how like it doesn't. I don't know. It tastes like hot chocolate, but it's not like too like. You know, like when you have hot chocolate in the syrup, you all like the bottom.
Oh
And
yeah.
then when you like get to the middle and you can, it gets way too sweet. I don't like that. But this one, it's like evenly.
Mhm.
And I feel like I would drink this around Christmas time.
I give this a 9 out of 10. It would have been a 10 out of 10 had there been marshmallows. Just letting you know now.
I fully understand.
No, but no, seriously, I really liked it. I give it a 10 out of 10. But marshmallows would have been a nice touch. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, probably 7. Same as Naomi. I don't know. I just don't like stuff with a lot of dairy in it. I know that's like ironic, but yeah, I feel like that one has more dairy because it's like, you know, the cream.
Oh,
and
wait, this is
everything,
the-
but
Wait, I can't tell which is which.
That's the cookies and cream.
Like, that's fair. Like, I know some people don't necessarily like to drink it with milk or anything like that. So, like, it does work with water.
I always drink my water. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like it does work with water, but it's not gonna have as much body to it.
Yeah, it tastes much better with milk.
Okay. I think we should try the second one.
Okay.
What's it called?
The second one is white strawberry.
White strawberry.
That's
Dip
such a
your
unique
candy
name.
in the hot chocolate.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, that's
Mm,
I like this one a lot better.
that's good.
I like this one less.
It
I think we have
actually-
2 different opposite palettes.
I think so.
it actually creates a coat on my Kit Kat. So
Two more like white chocolate.
that's actually.
You said this was white chocolate, right?
No,
Yeah, I think that's the reason. I'm not really a fan of white chocolate.
so let everybody get a Kit Kat.
Bro, can you?
I'm already done.
I'm telling you right now, it tastes good.
Too late.
Get a Kit. Oh my gosh.
Mm.
Mm.
I really
What?
like this one.
This makes
Yeah,
up
I'm
for
not
not
as
having
big of a
marshmallows.
fan
This makes up
as-
for.
For white chocolate, but that's good. I like I just like the texture of like the strawberry. I don't know.
Yeah, I like the fruity and chocolate mix. Like I've always been a fan of that. I like that.
What would you guys rate it? I would rate it about a 6 out of 10. Just because I personally I don't like white chocolate.
I'm gonna say 9 out of 10.
I'll say for me, based off of texture and taste alone, I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
I'd say an 8 too.
Me too. Okay, I'm picky, but 7.
Jeez.
I mean,
Listen.
like,
I'm messing with you, Summer. I'm messing with you.
yeah, it kind of tastes like. I mean, it reminds me of like strawberry milk, but also, it has that hot chocolate flavor. It's just, that most of that is just me.
Wait, little side note. How did they get strawberry milk? I'm curious.
From a strawberry cow.
That does not exist.
You don't think
Strawberry
they
cow.
take the?
I've never seen
you
a
don't-
strawberry
Wait,
cow.
wait,
Feed the
Or
cow
maybe-
strawberries.
That
Or
doesn't
maybe-
make sense. How does that affect the milk?
Or maybe they take white milk and they use strawberry syrup
No,
and then mix it
no,
up like that.
no.
That's impossible.
We have what did we learn? We have brown cows,
Mhm.
They
white
feed it
cows,
chocolate.
and pink cows.
We don't have pink cows.
Yes,
Pink
we
cows
do.
do not
What
exist.
pink cow?
Pink cows exist.
Okay, look.
Where?
Actually, I'm gonna look
In
it up.
in Asia.
That's
why.
not a-
That's why
They
you've
eat
never seen
cherry
them.
blossoms.
They're Yes. So basically, Japan raises the cow. So every instead of grass, they eat the sakura cherry blossom leaves, and they develop when they eat that when they're smaller, and then when they're adult size, then they become pink. They're everything just turns pink.
This is false news. Don't believe a word she just said. That's fake news right
Like
there.
look, there's a pink.
No,
cow
it's
right
it's
there.
true. I just asked Wikipedia. Yeah.
That is not a real thing. Show me the picture. Show me the
Where's the
picture.
camera? Where's the camera?
That's
Seems
not real.
accurate. Seems
Where's the
accurate.
That's
yeah.
not real.
Seems so accurate.
That's Photoshop.
So accurate.
People, listen. You do not get chocolate milk from
Extremely
brown
accurate.
cows. You do not get regular.
Extremely
Pink cow.
accurate.
That's AI generated,
Yeah.
No,
bro.
it's not.
We need to get AI generation out of our schools.
No,
Take AI
100%,
out of our schools.
100% real. 100% real.
So, what are the most top rated flavors?
So right now, the flavors that have been ordered the most are the matcha hot chocolate, which is green tea hot chocolate, Earl Grey hot chocolate, lavender hot chocolate, and my blueberry hot chocolate.
I gotta try lavender.
Do you have blueberry here?
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
I gotta
Why didn't
try
you bring me
lavender.
blueberry? I'm gonna order some. Trust. I'm gonna order some.
Okay.
I love blueberry. That's my favorite fruit.
Do you have it in retail or is it just online?
Right now, it's just online at hotkokomo.com. But I'm also working with Lush Popcorn to potentially get it sold in their store in the near future.
We need you in Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco, Walgreens. We need you everywhere.
I'm working towards it.
Yeah, these are really good.
Are these the Is this the website?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone check out Hot Cocoa Mo for sure.
I like their packaging.
Not that bad. I mean, the prices aren't bad.
Yeah, go ahead. It's my bag.
So, what would you say your favorite flavor is?
My favorite flavor is probably the Earl Grey. The story behind that one was I have a friend out in California who was having a birthday party and she really likes Earl Grey. So one of the things that I always do whenever I go out and meet people and talk about my product is if you have a flavor that I don't have, I'll try and come up with a way to make it. So she asked for Earl Grey, got a couple of different Earl Grey tea samples to work with and sent it out there to her. But before I did that, I tested the one that I sent out and I was actually shocked at how well I was able to put something together that kind of really gave you a feel for what you were going for in terms of having the Earl Grey and the hot chocolate. So
Around how many cups of chocolate would you say each like packet makes, or like which like each like bag of mix makes?
So right now on my website, I have like single
Yeah.
unit packages.
Mhm.
Those you just put it in a normal cup and go from there. The larger ones, you can get about 2 cups out of those, but I'm slowly starting to discontinue those because still working on packaging.
I see on your website that you have mint
Yes.
and cherry.
Yes, I do.
I would definitely try the cherry, and I don't really like mint, so I wouldn't try it. But I think that's a really good like flavor for a hot chocolate.
Yeah.
And you also have dark hot chocolate.
Yes.
Yeah, I like
For
dark.
anyone who might be health conscious.
Okay, so this concludes today's show. Thank you everyone for tuning in today. Our next show is going to be our live in studio show that will be Saturday, November 16th, starting at 12 noon at the IPAMA 3200 West Hampton Avenue. And this event will be our 33rd annual Harvest of Hope and Youth Business Expo. This event is free and open to the public, however, seating is limited. If you know of a youth business, call 414-788-8104. Also, to RSVP, go to Eventbrite 33rd Harvest of Hope. For more information, call 414-788-8104. That's 414-788-8104. Bye.
Bye.
See y'all later. Voting is November 5th.